With the latest from the Dove Newsroom, I'm Deputy Soto. Thank you for joining us. Donald Trump has been sworn in as the 45th President of the United States. The ceremony took place before many thousands of citizens and a crowd of dignitaries from both sides of the aisle at the U.S. Capitol. Among those included former presidents, except for George Bush Sr., who is under doctor's care in Texas. Also in attendance to show support for the current president and the country was Trump's opponent, Hillary Rodham Clinton. On this Inauguration Day, many Americans still wonder about what changes are coming to the nation's capital and would like to show you how you can gain access to the Oval Office in this exclusive report.
Throughout the 2016 presidential campaign, you heard a lot in the news about pay-to-play and access to the Oval Office. Well, under the 45th presidential administration of Donald Trump, there is a way you can gain access to rent the space. Well, a replica anyway. It is at the Rogue Valley Medford International Airport. Director Bern Case tells us how the idea became a reality.
Well, I'm always hesitant to tell the story because I sound a little bit crazy, but it had become a storage room. It was unfinished, just studded walls, and had an old couch in here. And several years ago now, I had a headache, and I went in there to try and shake the headache, and the dimensions just kept running through my mind. And I thought, God, this is about the size of the Oval Office. And I went in and Googled it and analyzed it a little bit. We don't call it a replica because it's a little bit more narrow. The length is just about right. But I started thinking about it, and I didn't even tell my wife for 4 months, but I found a couple of friends from Rotary and who are as crazy as I am, and pretty soon we had a list of sponsors, and pretty soon I took it to the county because I work for the county. Said we can do this with sponsors, and it'll show some culture and history and art, and my boss, the county administrator, said, yeah, go ahead.
My fellow Americans, you have the opportunity to visit the Oval Office, and you have an opportunity to bring your guests and your parties here. Check out the Rogue Valley Medford International Airport website and find out how you can have your event here. Reporting from the Oval Office, Deputy Soto for the Dove. This Sunday in Medford, you can celebrate life. The Jackson County First Annual Walk for Life will take place on the anniversary of the Roe versus Wade decision. Attendees are encouraged to bring a sack lunch and join in the prayer vigil, march, and rally, sponsored by the Jackson County Right to Life Group. Board member Brian Platt outlines the program.
We're actually going to meet at the corner of 9th and Central, which is at the south end of that RCC parking lot. Right. The parking lot should be open. It's a Sunday. Parking is free. It'll be real easy to find parking there. We're going to march from that corner north on Central to Main, west on Main to Fur, and then from Fur south down to Grace Point Fellowship, which is the old Larson's Appliance. Right. And there'll be a time of worship, and then Pastor Tom Sabins, will give a message on grace and forgiveness and repentance, and that'll be it.
All right, let's take a look at the regional weather forecast, and as we do, we'll start off in Northern California. Snow throughout the period, low 30s during the night, low 40s during the day. Klamath Basin, same story, cold temperatures at night in the mid-30s during the day. As we look at the Oregon coast, rain and thunderstorms in the picture, right around 50 degrees is a high during the daytime temps. And the high desert region, snow on the way for the weekend as well, only getting up to the upper 30s during the day. Up in the Portland region, rain throughout the period, mid-40s during the day there over the weekend. And in Southern Oregon, same kind of call, same kind of weather. It's going to be rainy and cold. And that's a look at the latest from the Dove Newsroom. Join us on Monday for Mornings on the Dove here on the Dove TV.